Hello and welcome. My name is Raymond Dijoma, and I'm a real estate entrepreneur as well as a property lawyer here in Nigeria. In this particular video, we are specifically doing this video for investors. There are people who are investors and there are people who just buy real estate. Now, this is not for people who just buy real estate. This video is specifically designed for people who are investors. And by investors, I mean people who buy real estate for the purpose of returns, for the purpose of cash flow, for the purpose of what they will get out of it. So if you're that kind of person, then you definitely want to watch this video to the very end of it. This video is brought to you by Fortreal Rei Ltd, a real estate company registered here in Nigeria. As a company, we pride ourselves as a brand that is committed to being part of your financial success story as you journey to building sustainable wealth through real estate investment in Nigeria. So when it comes to your first investment, we want to be there. For the second one, the third, the fifth, and the one that is able to drive you all together, that they are able to build sustainable wealth for you, we want to be there even up to the point where you retire and say, yes, I am now financially free and financially independent. That is what we represent as a company. And that's one of the reasons that we take out our time to do very important content like this, because we know that if it is helping you, it is helping us. And together, we can all do something great out of the Nigerian real estate sector. So yes, in this particular video, we're looking at 2 mistakes you should never make as an investor. Again, I already made it very clear that in this video we are talking to investors and not just people who buy real estate, right? So as an investor, there are two major mistakes you should never make whenever you want to make an investment. First, for land. When you are buying a land as an investor, never make the mistake of waiting for development to come before you buy the land. Now, I need you to really pay attention and get the points I intend driving in this particular video. If you're buying a land for somewhere you just want to buy, move in your family, build and move in your family, that's okay. But if you are an investor, you have no business going to buy a land of 100 million naira when that place is already at a peak development level. For the purpose of this video, I will divide investment levels into 3. There is the low level, there's the middle level, and there's the upper level. In my opinion, where you should be paying critical attention is the low level. And by the low level, I mean buying properties at cheap rates, buying properties at that level where everyone or most people would ordinarily not want to buy because the place looks like it doesn't make sense, right? Instead of pumping in 100 million, let's even say 50 million or even a 20 million naira into a place that is already built up and developed, if you invest that 20 million naira into somewhere else that at a low level where it looks like things don't really make sense yet, that is how to maximize appreciation. Now, the truth is, when you buy a property of 100 million naira in a developed area, you would definitely still enjoy some level of appreciation, but it won't be. There are some properties that have even gotten to their peak of appreciation, and at best, some of those properties you get 0.5% appreciation per annum. But there are those that they are very low, where you can get as much as 100%, 200% appreciation per annum. I have seen this on countless occasions. As a matter of fact, my first land, I got over 100% in 7 months. So the idea and the logic behind investing at the low level is so that you are able to maximize appreciation. So how do you categorize properties that are the low level of income or investment where you can get maximum appreciation? Number one, the place doesn't have good access road yet. There's a difference between not having a road at all and having a road that is accessible but not very good. You need to pay attention to the difference. So, for example, you can have a land somewhere where there's no tarred, the place is not tarred yet, right? But you are able to drive a very low car to that place. That may not be a tarred road, but it is accessible. In other words, the average person who buys real estate necessarily may not buy that, but an investor should buy that, because the moment that road comes in, the moment that road is tarred, the price will never ever remain the same. Enough a property that went from around 4 million to almost 20 million because one tarred road was done. But people bought it when it was 4 million, 5 million, 6 million. But the moment that tarred road came, the price of the property skyrocketed. So as an investor, all you need to pay attention to is this place accessible? What are the amenities or possible amenities in this area? What is the proximity? How close is this place to public infrastructure? How close is this place to another person's house? So if you're an investor, you will not make statements like it is too far, there's no tarred road, it's in the bush. These and many other lines that we hear on a daily basis are statements that an investor will necessarily not make, right? So these are really very important things, and it is important that you take cognizance of all of these things if you are truly an investor. There are a number of instances and examples to give to buttress this point, but I'm sure you already understand it, right? For you to maximize appreciation, for you to enjoy appreciation in real estate, then you need to learn to buy in places that have potential, not just places that are already a reality based on the potential that they have, right? As always, we like to use this phrase, which is very key and very important to us. It is that every city was once a bush, and every bush has the capacity and potential to become a city. The second mistake you should never make as an investor is when you are buying into properties, built up properties. I mean, a house that is already built, possibly furnished or at a carcass level. When you are doing that as an investor, again, please take note of the word investor, because the idea is that you are looking at returns when you are making the investment, right? So as an investor, when you are buying properties, you do not want to buy into properties that are just for luxury, that are just properties that you just want to pride in as the owner of that property. I'll give you a couple of instances. Presently, we have a property available going for 320 million naira. 320 million naira. One detached duplex going for 320 million naira. Now we have another property that is going for 180 million naira. The rental value for both properties are 15 million naira. One is going for 320 million, the other is going for 180 million. Both of them, on the average, all things being equal, are giving you 15 million naira as rent per annum. Now let's do the math and look at it critically as an investor. So like I said, one is going for 320 million and the other one of it is going for 180 million naira. So let's assume that you are able to get this one of 320 million at 300 million naira. So after pricing the property and all of that, we're able to get it at 300 million. So we're going to do the math. As at today, what that property will give to you as rent is 15 million naira. You can comfortably rent out this property at 15 million naira. While for the second one, you are investing 180 million, and what you are going to have is 6 units of 2-bedroom flat, right? 6 units of 2-bedroom flat. Each of the 2-bedroom flat is giving you guaranteed 2.5 million naira on rent. These are facts as at today. What I'm sharing with you right now is practical fact that is right here on ground, right in the city of Abuja. This property, even though it has an investment or capital investment sum of 180 million, is giving you 2.5 million times 6 tenants, that is 15 million naira per annum. The other property is 300 million naira and is giving you 15 million naira, same 15 million naira per annum. As an investor, let's take it a bit further. What if you decide to buy 2 units of this other property, right? that would take the number up to 360 million. That is 180 million times 2. You now have 2 units, right? 2 units then give you 12 tenants. 2 units gives you 12 2-bedroom flats, right? And that is 12 tenants. So that is 12 tenants times 2.5 million. That increases your rent from 15 million to 30 million per annum. So I learned a lesson from one of our investors who said that on the average, one of the factors that you look at when you're looking at a good investment in real estate is to determine how long it will take to get your returns, right? So if we work by that opinion and say that let's give a period of 10 years to look at the return on investment for these properties. So we're going to use that math to check what the numbers should be for each of these properties. Now, for the one of 300 million, right, it will, in 10 years, what we are going to have is 300 million. That is assuming the rent remains the same. We're working with the numbers, assuming the rent remains the same, right? In 10 years, what this other guy that bought a one duplex rather, is getting or is going to get is 300 million naira, right? While the other guy, in 10 years, what he or she is going to get as return on investment on that average, or on that for this 12 from his 12 tenant, is around 600 million. 600 million from rental income. That is exclusive of what the value of the property is if it is sold at the time or whenever he decides to sell it, right? So look at it on a 10 years period. The investment of 300 million at the end of 10 years gives you another 300 million, of course, plus what the property is worth, right? And then after 10 years, the second property, even though you invested 360 million in both of them, what it will be giving you just on rent in 10 years is around 600 million, all things being equal. So when you look at this critically, as an investor, what you will be going for is, or what you should be going for, is not the 300 million naira duplex, but the 2 units of blocks of flat. 2 units of blocks of flat. So these are factors that you need to pay attention to if you are an investor, because it's not just about owning it, it's about returns, it's about cash flow, it's about what this thing will bring back to you. So if it's a land, you're looking at how to maximize appreciation. If you're looking at properties, you need to look at how to maximize returns. So altogether, both lands and properties, it's about returns, cash flow, and what you're getting back from it. Of course, you know that this is strictly educational. I'm a lawyer by profession, but I love real estate, right? And I know that the figures that I get to see in real estate every day is one that makes me really joyful and happy. It is the reason I am glad to share my thoughts with you as often as I can. And then again, just before you even begin to crucify me, I know it's your money, right? I should have said this in the beginning. It's your money. You should choose however you want to spend it. But it's just important that I share my thoughts, and I know that some of you would sincerely appreciate it, because we have all of your feedbacks, we have your feedback, and we know that what we are doing here is not just a waste of time. It is really being impactful to a lot of our clients out there, right? So again, this is brought to you by Fortreal Rei Ltd, a real estate company registered here in Nigeria. If you're looking at investing into land or investing into properties, we are the company to reach out to. We're right here in the city of Abuja, as well as in Benin City. For us, our priorities is not just to own it or buy it, right? It's to look out for what will be the returns for you and what you can put back in your pocket. I mean, that's the whole idea of real estate, right? Even if you buy something amazing and homely for your family as a home, you can also have an attachment to it that can give you, say, around 1 million, 1.5 million per annum. And that will also, I mean, at that point, it qualifies as something that gives you returns, even though the return may not be as much as you would ordinarily want or expect, right? So whatever your options are, whatever your interests are, the numbers to reach out to are right on your screen. We are available to deliver the best of it to you. Again, my name is Rei Ltd, and I'm a real estate entrepreneur as well as a property lawyer here in Nigeria. I know you like this video, so please like it, click the like button. If you're yet to subscribe, it's also important you subscribe, because imagine missing this kind of amazing value loaded content. I'm sure you don't want to miss the next one and the next one to come. Right, so please subscribe and stay in touch. Share this with a friend, and basically, I think it's okay to say bye bye at this point.